Femi Oke. Welcome to the stream. On today's episode, we are going to be looking at Iran-US relations. Back in 2018, the then President Donald Trump, he withdrew from an international nuclear accord with Iran. Now President Biden is saying that he is ready to revisit the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, but with conditions. Iran's take? Well, this is Iran's Foreign Minister Mohammad Javad Zarif earlier on this week talking to state TV. Have a listen.
Nothing has changed. Biden claims that Trump's policy of maximum pressure was maximum failure. Blinken also just recently said that that policy failed. But for all practical purposes, they're pursuing the same policy. They haven't changed that policy. The problem in the United States, and it doesn't matter which administration, the Islamic Republic now has dealt with 7 consecutive US presidents, and I have dealt with almost 5 of them. And the problem is, US is addicted to sanctions. US is addicted to pressure. US is addicted to bullying.
Take you back to March 2018, just to revisit what has happened in the last 2-3 years or so. So this is when Trump administration, they left the nuclear deal. January the 4th, Iran resumes 20% of uranium enrichment. And then by February the 7th, that's of this year, US President Joe Biden says that he wants to return Washington the deal, but he hasn't lifted sanctions quite yet. When will that happen? And February 21st, so on Sunday, Iran agreed that the International Atomic Energy Agency could continue limited checks on its nuclear program. So that is where we are right now. Let me play a little clip of President Biden. This is from February the 19th. He's talking to the Munich Security Conference. He's basically laying out his thoughts, his foreign policy towards Iran. Setareh, come off the back of this comment.
We need transparency and communication to minimize the risk of strategic misunderstanding or mistakes. That's why we said we're prepared to re-engage in negotiations with the P5+1 on Iran's nuclear program. We must also address Iran's destabilizing activities across the Middle East. And we're going to work in close cooperation with our European and other partners as we proceed.
I'm thinking is one of the hardest things is we've been talking around this and who moves first and who does what first and these maybe little steps towards working out some kind of agreement. But how do you get that done? Reza has an idea.
When it comes to the JCPOA, it's a bit more complicated for the United States and for Iran because there's a balancing act for both countries where on the one side they have to appease to their domestic constituents and their international allies, and showing that they're not weak or eager to take that first step. However, it is in their national interest, their personal interest, and I also believe their global image to re-enter the JCPOA, which is why I think through back-channel diplomacy, there'll be a path for a simultaneous re-entry where both countries can save face.
I am sure you'll be talking about UN-Iran relations in future episodes of the stream, but for now, Setareh, thank you. This is where you can find her on Twitter. Assal, thank you very much. This is where you can find Assal on Twitter. And Jason, we appreciated you. This is Jason's Twitter handle. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next time.